What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 7 of Nefarious Things, our little podcast here. One day we'll say just our podcast, not little. Yeah. But this week, my cats, this is gonna be chaotic.
It's always chaotic with us, though. What the fuck was that?
He sneezed.
It's like you opened a bottle of pop.
I know.
I was like, what?
This week we are going to... Okay, you gotta stop eating the garbage bag, buddy. Thank you. This week we are doing the daunting task tonight of taking off almost 500 movies and adding in another 50 to the collection.
So many.
Not talking about the other 80 that have to go in and be hauled, but we're working on it. So this week we're going to keep the pod a little short. We are going to mostly talk about our main movies that we have, but that's my mom. We're gonna pause before we got so rudely interrupted. Thanks, Mom. Anyways, yeah, this week we're gonna keep it short because we are ripping apart the DVD collection. So we are going to, if you want to see the full list of what we've watched this month, I'm going to, I don't know if you're going to, but I'm going to make a full what we watched in November, end of November / December video. So we're gonna just quickly get into the things that we watched, and then we're gonna get right into our main movies this week.
Yep. Should I go with like what we... Wait, we're watching what we mainly watched or just other things first?
Other things first.
Okay, sounds good. Well, actually, do you want to start with the Jeffrey Epstein one?
Okay, so the scariest movie ever to exist. This movie was called The Scary on 61st or The Scary of?
The Scary of 61st.
It was set in Jeffrey Epstein's apartment, and it was just a movie of nudity, sex, conspiracy theories. But
it was like made and written and starred in by like the one girl, and it just seems like she's very like, I don't know, pretentious.
Yeah, it seemed very, I don't know.
She's the only one that does the masturbation scenes.
Yeah.
Very strange to me. So, The Scary of 61st.
Yeah, it was almost like the one girl was possessed by the children that Jeffrey Epstein exploited, and there was some horrific dialogue choices.
Oh my god. It was quite possibly the worst movie we've watched.
Yeah, like midway through I was like, do you want to shut it off? And you're like, no, we're committed to it.
It's bad. It's not. It is not. My review was, why does this exist? And I didn't even give it a rating.
It was horrific.
Yeah, it was bad. I don't know, a lot of people are saying they liked it, and I don't understand why.
Moving on
from The Scary of 61st, because I didn't really get through that one. Well, we started doing the Fast and the Furious movies because you haven't really seen those.
I've only seen maybe the first like 10 minutes of Tokyo Drift up until now, which I've seen. I'm so disappointed that they killed Han off.
Yeah.
You just can't introduce us to Han and then take him away?
I definitely agree. Like, but then they bring what a map.
I know, but it's just not the same. It doesn't make sense.
Why would they wreck on it?
Anyways, we are 3 movies deep into the Fast and the Furious franchise. I feel like I'm going to forego Hobbs and Shaw, but
Smart move. And then we started doing Christmas horror movies for your channel.
Yeah, we kind of struck out with those, but we tried.
Yeah, we tried to watch good ones, but they were all not very good.
Black Christmas was the best.
Yeah. Because it's the most influential movie of all time.
Of course. And then Jack Frost, Deathcember.
1997 Jack
Yeah, the horror movie Jack Frost. But Deathcember was possibly one of the worst anthologies I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. Hands down, it was the worst one I've ever seen.
It was so long. For why?
2.5 hours.
And,
the anthologies? There's like 20 of them?
24 of them. And we had to wait a good, like, 2 hours to even see Barbara Crampton.
And every one of them was bad. I mean, she thought a couple of them were decent, but I hated all of them.
Yeah, a couple of them were, like, okay. I fell asleep through a good chunk. Like, it took us 2 days to watch it. It was, that was where we kind of lost the momentum.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah, the second day in.
Oh my god. The second day in. Well, then we kind of hit, like, some other ones that we really didn't, like Tree Revenge.
Tree Revenge was the last, like, 2.5 minutes of that 16-minute short film. Great. The 14 minutes leading up to it, ridiculous.
I agree. Well, we kind of want, well, should we kind of get into, do you want to talk about Stillborn?
So we have to mention Don't Look Up really quick, because that wasn't a main movie or anything.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about those.
But we did watch Don't Look Up on Christmas Eve, which was a great Christmas Eve watch. I thought it was fun. It was a little too long, but it was fun.
It was fun. I definitely liked it, and I might put out a review on my channel or something.
Honestly, thinking about it more, I like it more after I think about it. Like, after watching it, I like it more now that I think about it, because now that I'm like, well, that was a really good satire. Like, I think I took it too seriously going into it.
Yeah. And I guess, like, I think we had a lot of fun with it. There was, like, some things that I didn't like, but I think, like, it was fun, though.
I didn't realize my girlfriend, Kate Blanchett, was in it until, like, 45 minutes into the movie, but she looks like she has, like, fake teeth or something in the movie, and I didn't even recognize her for a while.
Yeah. But, I mean, most of the performances were okay. Really
most of the performances were pretty good.
Yeah, most, yeah. I don't like Ariana Grande being in it.
No, she was insufferable, yeah.
Kid Cudi too, I don't know.
I checked out for a while there.
Not that I don't like Kid Cudi, because Kid Cudi's cool.
Yeah, Kid Cudi's the man. On the moon.
Man on the moon. I want to bring up how we watched Dr. Sleep, because this is the first time you've ever seen it.
Yeah, I don't know why it took me so long to watch Dr. Sleep, but last night I was absolutely enthralled watching that movie. I think I have to give it a 4.5. As a big fan of The Shining, and just the way that the movie was shot and how beautiful some of the scenes are, just seeing those scenes recreated in this movie, oh my goodness, it was beautiful.
I definitely agree. And I think I appreciated it more this time around watching it with you, to be honest. Because, like, when I first watched it, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5, but I bumped up to a 4 because, like, and I appreciated some of the other aspects of it, like, on the rewatch.
I really like Mike Flanagan.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. We still have yet to watch Midnight Mass.
You can watch that.
Yeah, I feel like I was a little reluctant because I felt like it was going to be a little bit slower, but maybe that's the pace that it needs to be scary.
True.
But with Dr. Sleep, the girl that played Abra, I think she did such a good job. She was such a mature character for her age. And the little girl, she's not little, like, she's the girl from The Babysitter that played, like, the lead's little friend. She was horrible in the second movie. Did not like her in this movie at all.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I thought, I don't know, I read the book for Dr. Sleep, like, obviously before the movie came out, but I feel like I like the book more than the movie. Because I feel like when have you read the book? The book's like, I don't know, when you, going into it after watching the movie, you're gonna probably picture, like, similar things in your head, but of, like, the movie, but I felt like when I read it, I had a whole different mindset of, like, how the characters operated, and, like, the way Stephen King, like, fleshed out the story was a little bit better than I thought that, like, Mike Flanagan did with, like, the adaptation. But I guess his version of it was, like, pretty cool, you know? Yeah. I think he did a good job with it.
Yeah, I love the effects in it.
Yeah.
The only scene that I didn't like the effects for was when Rose was, like, floating in the sky. It looked really cheap. But that's where I lost points for me, because if it wasn't for that scene, like, I think I would have gave it a 5.
Yeah. No, I figured you were gonna like it, to be honest. That's why I was like, you haven't seen this? Like, I feel like this is gonna be...
And I have it. I have 2 copies of the book.
Oh my gosh. Well, did you want to get into our main movies, or do you want to talk about Deepwater Horizon at all?
Yeah, that was another movie that Alex suggested was Deepwater Horizon. I like war movies. I like natural disaster movies sometimes, but this one was like a true story that felt like it needed to be told. And it felt like once it got to the end credits and it showed like how many people were actually impacted by this, it was like I was broken.
Literally. Even getting into like the after effects of like the disaster.
Yeah.
Still being felt today around the world. You'd be
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
I loved it though. That was a really good watch, a really good pick. I'm trying to get my parents to watch it because they love movies like that and they like Mark
Wahlberg.
Malk.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. But I kind of liked, I mean, I really liked that one. I gave it a 4.5 actually. I thought it was really good, especially with the way they kept it true to the story, at least some of them.
And it didn't look like any of it was cheaply done.
Yeah, exactly. Because it took me so long to watch that, like 2 or 3 years after it came out, to finally watch that, because it was like, that year that came out was like, the same director dropped like 2 other movies or like another movie that same year with Mark Wahlberg, same type of character where he's like saving the day.
Was it
type
Lone
shit.
Survivor?
No.
Was it too early? That's way too early. That was like 2012. I liked Lone Survivor.
Yeah, Lone Survivor was good, but they put out like I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it. Someone else that directed a Mark Wahlberg movie the same year, but it was like that movie was not great compared to this one, and I thought he just like, I don't know. I mean, Mark Wahlberg is Mark Wahlberg. He did the Mark Wahlberg like in this movie.
Yeah, he did.
He
gave us Marky Mark.
Yeah, he just did it really good, and I don't know. I really like it. I like that movie.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
It's intense. The whole movie, like, and then at the end you were bawling.
Yeah, I had a hard time with that one, but it was really good. It was worth the watch.
I agree. Thanks for watching, all of you.
Thanks for watching with me.
Well, let's get into our main movies.
Our main movie this week was The French Dispatch.
Yeah, true.
Yes, I loved it.
Oh my gosh.
I think I liked it more than you did.
Well, no, that's not the case. I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually. I thought it was a really, 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 really good movie.
I am a big fan of Wes Anderson. I love you. I know that you said that it was kind of like, oh, he just kind of made these decisions to change the aspect ratios and add color, but I think that every opportunity that he had to change the aspect ratios and to add a little bit of color, like, I appreciated every single time that happened.
I liked it. It just felt, I don't know, it felt like a little overdone at some points, and I just didn't understand. I don't know. I felt like he was just kind of forcing it at some parts, but that's the only real thing I disliked about it.
I will only agree with you for the last segment, because I didn't like the last segment until almost the end of it. But the second segment with Timothée Chalamet, I don't even like Timothée Chalamet, but that segment was amazing. Frances McDormand was amazing.
Yeah, I thought the acting in the movie was really good. I thought the way that they set it up with like the sets, it felt like some of it felt like it was kind of like a play almost, and they were moving the sets around like while they were doing it.
Yeah.
And I really liked that.
And I loved how it felt like an anthology. It felt like its own little anthology. I'm a big fan of anthologies. Bill Murray and Owen Wilson in the beginning, kind of like setting up the whole thing.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Moss was in it. Like, we got
Great
some
cast.
really,
Great
it was
cast.
amazing.
Yeah. I actually really did like it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
I'd have to give that one a 4.5 again.
Yeah. I mean, it was really good. I don't know what you guys, I thought it was fantastic. And I liked that it wasn't like 4 hours long. You know, like every movie that we watch now, it's like 2 or 3 hours long.
Still probably would have loved it if it was 4 hours long.
No, I'm just saying, like, it felt refreshing to get a good movie and not have it be like an epic, like 3 hour long, like epic, like Star Wars type thing.
Yes.
I'm just glad that we got like something good and it was like digestible and like, you know, at a good like pacing and like runtime and stuff.
Yeah.
But almost all the December had no right to be 2.5 hours.
No.
If we're gonna make a 2.5 hour movie, make it The French Dispatch. Why would you make it December? You know?
Yeah.
Why would you even give them the right to do that?
I absolutely agree. If you're gonna make a movie, you gotta put the same amount of love and effort that Lars von Trier did when he made the 5-hour epic Nymphomaniac. And if you're not, then I don't want to watch it.
I'm gonna make that the intro. Oh my god. You're ridiculous. Oh my gosh. We have to watch that for the pod. Well, we have to do all Lars von Trier. Let's definitely watch that for the pod.
Depression Trilogy.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, my favorite, my app, so I fucking...
Yeah. I'm excited. Oh my god. I'm excited to get... Oh my gosh. You're ridiculous. I'm excited. Oh my god. You doing the jerk? Insert clip here.
Can you believe I did it? Every time I felt myself doing it, I was like, oh!
You did it like really good, like one for like a split second. What?
That happened.
Oh, yeah, the best. Oh my god! I didn't know that you bumped everything over, but that's okay. It was so
we got that on
fun.
video though.
It was so fun though. Wrapping up with The French Dispatch, we loved it.
Yep, I thought it was fun. I thought it was quirky. I thought it was very well cast. I loved the script. I loved how off the rails everything was. Francis gave us a wonderful performance.
Yeah, true.
Loved it.
Loved it. Family.
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 Well, the next one that I wanted to talk about was the Nighthouse.
Which was a surprising watch because what was that movie called with Elizabeth Moss and Mark Duplass?
The One I Love, I think. Or
Yes,
something like that.
that's the one where they had a house where it was like an alternate reality.
Yeah.
And it was alternate versions of them in the house. That's where I thought this movie was leading. I thought it was kind of going to give us, she was the ghost in the Nighthouse, being the ghost in the other house. But it wasn't like that. And
yeah, I appreciate that.
I loved the Nighthouse. I thought it was something else.
Yeah, it was pretty suspenseful.
Yeah.
I liked it.
And the lead, I don't know her name off the top of my head, but she played
Rebecca Hall.
Yeah, she played in a movie called
Iron Man 3.
Nope.
King Kong versus Godzilla. The Town.
Catherine? Nope.
The Gift.
Nope. Christine!
Oh, yeah.
She played in a movie called Christine where she played the female news anchor who wasn't getting what she wanted at...
I haven't seen this.
It's really good. Like she wanted to get like more hard-hitting stories, but they wouldn't give it to her. So she shot herself in the head on live TV. And it was a true story. A fantastic movie.
First one that ever did it.
Yeah, so that seeing her in that and then going to this role, I'm not realizing she was in so many other movies that I've seen.
Yeah,
but
true.
Yeah, she was really good in this movie. I got her confused, I think, in The Gift with Carrie Coon. I really like Carrie Coon.
Who's Carrie Coon? Which one's that?
She was in, I believe, the first season of The Sinner. But she was Gone Girl. She was the sister of Gone Girl.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like her.
We like her. We stand.
Yeah, true. So you like the Nighthouse?
Yeah, I was a mess by the end. I was in tears by the end.
Yeah. I give it a 4 out of 5. I really liked the performances and I thought it was pretty suspenseful. It was a good story. Pretty original.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I liked it a lot.
I like it a lot.
And then the last one that we were going to talk about was
Eight-Legged Freaks, which was my DVD pick from last week, which is always a fun movie. This one reminds me of the Mars Attacks. That's like that's what I kind of grouped this movie in. I believe this one was also Tim Burton, was it not? No. That was just Mars Attacks.
Yeah, no.
This reminds me of some like big like
arachnophobia type vibes.
Not even just funny. Like like stupid.
all the movies around that time were coming out, but that was like more towards the end of their time. Like Anaconda
Yeah.
was kind of funny, but it's like about like killing like crazy big things, killing people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, those type of, but then there was like B ones, like B movies. But we still get those. Sharknado, exactly, perfect example. And then there's like they're still making those, and they're kind of like rip-offs of other movies.
Yeah.
Like every time you go on like any website yeah, or like even honestly, like I remember back in the day Netflix used to pick up movies like this, and it'd be like some kind of like knockoff of like a movie that you wanted to see.
B-Man versus Ant Kong.
Yeah, literally. Like it'll be like Kong versus Godzilla versus Sharknado.
Yeah,
like okay, it's that type of movie, you know what I mean?
That's exactly what I picture, but I don't know why I grew up into the Mars Attacks.
But these movies were big back then, and I feel like this was kind of like when it was dying off, like those type, what people liking this type of stuff.
Peak David Arquette vibes.
Yeah. But I thought Eight Legged Freaks was a fun watch.
Yeah, I remember the first time that I saw it, I was very young, and I was like, oh, I want more of this.
Killing spiders.
Yeah.
Killer spiders.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
What would you rate Eight Legged Freaks? I think I would give it a solid 2.5.
I would give it 3.5 for the nostalgia rating, but it's not like, technically speaking, it's not better than like a 2.5.
Yeah.
But I gave
maybe even a 3.
Well, I gave Fast and Furious a 5-star rating, so there's that. Yep. But I mean, it's more for the nostalgia and Paul Walker and, you know, the vibes.
Yeah.
It's like a comfort movie kind of thing. Like, you give your comfort movies high ratings. Just
yeah, Sex Drive, 5 out of 5.
Sex Drive.
Fall Out Boys in it. The Amish.
Oh my
Come
on. Good Boys.
Good Boys, 5 out of 5. Oh my god. When they're like, what is coom?
Oh my god.
This is so good.
What is coom? You kill me. Oh my god.
So, what shall we pick for our main movie for next week?
The Matrix Resurrections.
The Matrix
Unless House of Gucci comes out where we're able to actually view it, like at home possibly, we'll watch that. So
The Matrix Resurrections will be our main movie for next week. What is your pick?
Good question. So my pick is gonna be Prisoners of the Ghostland with Nicolas Cage, it's been on my watch list, even though I don't really like Nicolas Cage. It's on my watch list.
We love Rage Cage in this house.
I think EJ, who was on my podcast when I was doing my own podcast, like I think he was the one that recommended that to me.
That was a long time ago.
I thought he recommended something like that to me.
I feel like I know what he recommended to you. I feel like he recommended you the short film that I recommended to you.
Which one was that?
Where the guys, one of their friends just up and left and went to be like a shooter, and he did, hang on. And they all wore superhero masks. It's a very short documentary, but it was called something of a Ghostland.
Oh, yeah, Incident in the Ghostland.
No, Incident in the Ghostland is the one I wanted you to watch. That's a horror movie.
Something like Prisoners of the Ghost. Well, no, it's something Ghostland. I know what you're talking about.
Ghosts of Sugarland. That's the one.
Ghosts of Sugarland.
Yeah. A group of suburban Muslims must reconcile in the disappearance of a close friend thought to have joined ISIS and learn to live with the consequences of his actions. Very good. It's very short. Highly recommend.
We'll have to watch
that's what you made me think of, but it might have been Incident in the Ghostland that he recommended, because I really liked that movie. That was from the director of Martyrs.
Oh really? Oh yeah, I remember that. I didn't see that one, but I remember hearing that.
I watched it because it was on one day. I just left on Shutter TV, and that came on, and it was so good. Yeah. So my movie pick is number 272 this week. So I'm gonna go and grab that DVD.
275.
272.
Are you sure? Let's look.
Oh, 275. Ugh, you're annoying.
Why?
I skipped a movie and I went to 274. because 275 was the Phantom of the Opera with Fiona from Shameless, and I did not want to watch that.
Fiona?
Yeah.
But I love Fiona. Emmy Rossum?
Yeah, I just didn't want to watch the Phantom of the Opera this week.
Emmy Rossum?
I'd rather watch the Poseidon movie, which she's in.
Oh my god.
So anyways, the movie right next to it was something very exciting, something I haven't seen, something from In Search of Darkness, Phantasm. And I am very excited for this one.
Yeah?
There's like 6 of these.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, I've never seen that, so I'm excited.
There's a little ball and it goes into different things, and I think it's like a little anthology movie. If I'm not mistaken.
I'm excited.
Deadly Sentinel Spheres.
I'm surprised I haven't seen that, because that looks like it's a classic, you know?
Oh yeah. I'm so happy that I have this in my collection, and I'm so excited that we get to watch it this week.
You seen that one?
No.
No?
No, I just know a lot about it because of In Search of Darkness.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that wraps up the pod for this week.
Yeah. Do you have any other recommendations, or no? That's okay if not. We already gave him one.
You know what? My recommendation this week is to go check out anything by David Cronenberg.
Good call. And we actually, speaking of, we just watched The Brood. Before we go, we watched The Brood for the first time, and it's pretty good.
Yep, and we picked out Videodrome to watch.
Yeah.
And the reason why I thought of that is because I have the book Consumed that I have not got to yet, but I heard it's very good, by David Cronenberg. So that's why I would like to give that as a recommendation.
I also want to watch the Spider movie that you have over there.
Yep, I got lots of those. Lots of David Cronenberg in my collection.
True. Well, with that, we'll sign off, I guess.
Yep, we'll see you next week. Don't forget to check out the pod if you'd like to keep up with us. We have to do better with keeping up with you.
Well, it's okay. We've been cranking out a lot of content, you know, like elsewhere, and on your channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay.
If you guys want more of us, definitely check out your channel. Like, we're on there.
Yep. My main channel, my second channel, there's reviews of us on his channel.
Yeah, sure.
So
Dropping another one.
We're everywhere.
Yeah. All right.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Sayonara.
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 Yeah. Oh.